I'm glad to meet Roman, who's visited Gymnasia, and I'm very honored to have him here, to have you here. We've met 1 year before, and a lot of time has passed since then. And we had a nice time training with you, and now you are here at Gymnasia since 1 year in this podcast room, and I'm happy to host you and record podcast with you and have hopefully some nice talk.
Yeah, I'm always happy being with you guys, and always feel how warm you meet me, and it's really very good for me, very important for me. And probably last time, like you mentioned, when I was here after that, it was a very good spectacular year for me. I won all 3 fights 2022, and it was like first time when I visited Tbilisi and started training here. And I was happy to train here in Gymnasia with good guys, good friends, and happy to be here today also.
So 1 year has passed, and can you highlight changes in your life? What has changed since then? You spent a lot of time in US, in Vegas, trained there. So what has changed so far?
Changing what in my life?
In your life, in sport, maybe like some like the most like important changes that you can.
You know, my life is very stable in every aspect. Of course, I try to improve always, making step forward. Everything is good, going good, and I think and I'm sure next year will be even better because I don't do step backs. Even if last year was not so good in my fights career, that still didn't stop me. In my life, everything is very good, and this don't change my life definitely.
And in US, you trained in Extreme Couture gym,
Yep.
and you had there some very good sparring partners. How was that there? I watched your YouTube vlogs, and I was very curious to see how your life is going on there.
You know, I try to keep my life similar, like I lived my life before. That's why when in Vegas, yes, I train a lot. Training is very important part of my life, but it never occupied my life fully. I have other stuff to do. I always try to go to nature. Vegas nature is not the same like Georgia, but still, at least something. But if we are talking about training, yes, for me it's very important to be there because here I can't focus on training. That's why I'm here in Tbilisi today, but everybody knows that I'm living in Batumi. But when I'm in Batumi, I don't think about training. I have other stuff to do, but I understand how important is my career and how important it is to train right for my career. That's why I'm here, always starting in Tbilisi, and after a few days I will travel to Las Vegas and end my preparation there.
And how is your relationship in that gym with other guys? Because, like you, as I understand, you in same gym with Sean Strickland, and this guy likes to dominate and be the like leader. And how it works, like because you maybe has similar attitude to be leader to.
Don't compare me to Strickland, please. Let's start from this. Don't say nothing similar between me and him. He's a good guy. I don't have nothing against him because I raised different, he raised different, and I'm not judging him, but definitely I'm not him. Let's start from this.
But you have very good relationship with.
Yeah,
with
because
those
he
guys.
knows his place when he talks with me, and we don't have this type of conversation and relationship like you talk, like he tries to be number one or something like that. He's a champion. He deserves it, I think, because he won and he fought everybody. Like he never said no, even if they were offering him lower opponent, he was still fighting that guy, and he deserved that he's champion. But beside that, he have his vision of life, what we did in match, but that doesn't touch our sportsmanship. That's all.
And in terms of your technical development with techniques, can you reflect on what you improved over 1 year? What become better?
Of course, I worked a lot on striking technique, but I still think I need to improve in every aspect of my fighting style. I'm working a lot with wrestling now for this fight, and of course I still don't forget about striking because I like striking. And I hope, or maybe, let's say maybe better, I will use this time my grappling, and time will show what will happen.
As I know, like you told before, that when you started to learn grappling, you did mostly sparrings. You didn't learn it in structured way.
No technique.
Yeah, you figured out in some.
Yeah.
For me, it's magical way. For you, it's maybe some natural way. And
For me, it's the right way.
yeah, right way. And what about other technical aspects? Same approach here?
Yeah, of course. Everything in my life, I always try to, I will call it experience in real life and real fight and real sparring and real wrestling. That's why I prefer to learn technique during the sparring, during the grappling, and this type of. I always was in my life like that. Even now, with my business, I'm just doing it. I'm not learning what's good or what's bad for this. I'm just doing it. If I'm making mistakes, I'm learning on mistakes.
And how it happens, like, for example, you had sparring, you did some mistakes, then after sparring you reflect what mistakes, like, do you run it through your head, or it just happens like real time?
I don't focus on mistakes at all. I focus on achievements, what I'm doing good, and trying to be number one. Always, it was always in my life like that. And even in grappling, yes, in the beginning I was losing, and it was motivating me to do even better. I'm not thinking about what I was doing wrong. I just wanted to grow up, be better, and I was just focusing on what I was doing good. Like first, it was like chokes. I was choking people. I was doing guillotines a lot. After I started another technique, I remember at the time, triangle choke was something like magical for me. I said, why I need to do this when I can choke just people with guillotines? That's why my life was always changing, because I was understanding more, but I always was focusing on things what I was doing good. That's all. And just have thoughts that I just need to be best, and try to do everything for that.
And I also seen that you started to do Thai boxing, like Muay Thai.
Yes.
And found some gym. Any highlights, like what's different comparing to your regular routines?
Significant difference can be, I can say that it was a very high pace. He made first day for warm up. They make me do 500 knees and 500 tips. This probably I never done before 500 in all my career, you know? And they did make me do it for warm up, and it's completely different training for me. I can't say that it's like different world. Of course, it's same striking, but there are small things what can change big things.
Are those guys harder than regular MMA guys in terms of like bones density, all this stuff?
No, I think coach is very tough, and how he works with me, and his style is very similar. What I like to do, I love going hard, and I can say that. I always say that depends what kind of sportsman is doing something. You can find high-level sportsmen in Wushu Sanda who will beat up Thai boxer guy. You can find Thai boxer guy who will beat up kickboxer guy. That's all depend on fighter, specific fighter. But style-wise, of course, Thai boxing is interesting style because of elbows, knees, and how they go hard.
What was your routine there for training? Like in the morning you do? And
no,
so.
2 times a day I train. But sometimes if I feel that I overdid something, I always take a rest. I think it's more smart than if you feel tired and you're going. Like today, I feel tired. I sparred today after had filming, after was in mountains, and I'm doing now with you. This podcast is a little bit wrong, but it's my fault because I didn't manage my time right.
And I've seen you visited UFCPI, did ice baths. How often did you do it? And how it helped?
It's not like I visit UFCPI. I train in UFCPI.
You train
UFCPI is a very good facility for us fighters. They are doing big job for us. First of all, for me, UFCPI is like a very good people because I know them long time, and I like to be there, and probably that's the main reason why I train in Las Vegas. UFCPI, Extreme Couture, my friends who train there, and that's make me always go back to Vegas. And yes, we always used what UFCPI give us. First of all, they give us also food. That's also very important, exactly for someone like me. I like to eat, and UFCPI is preparing specific food for me, what will be good for my weight cut and to keep me in shape.
Do you count your own, like how much proteins and calories you need, or they count it? How
They
it works?
count. I don't know. I can, of course, I can, and I'm doing order. I'm ordering food. If I need some help, they can give me advice, but mostly I'm ordering the food.
And when you back to Georgia, how your nutrition goes, because you don't have there?
Yes, but I still try to eat more protein, less carbs, and
But without counting.
without count.
I see. And you do ice baths there. Is there any noticeable difference in your recovery for that?
I try to do ice bath before 5, because if I do after, it's hard to sleep for me. That's all. I can't say that I see there significant changes. Am I using supplements, not using cold tub, not using? But I do because of routine. I do it because of how it need to be. If people who understand this, they say that it's important for us, I try to be this 1%, even if it's 0.001%, okay, I need it, that 1%.
And you know what supplements do you take? Like
Yes, of course. I know all of them. I know, I always read what I'm using. UFC is giving to us, it's like certified.
Is this something like individual, or it's like pretty common to all fighters?
I think they are giving to everybody because it's like big box,
like package.
and you can choose what you
Can
want.
you share for regular people what are in those supplements?
A lot of different stuff, but what everybody can understand is like multivitamins, protein, carbs, electrolytes, BCAAs, like simple stuff. But of course there are some other things.
And for like mental rest, you go to the forest and.
No, it's not mental rest. It's just.
It's just your.
It's just my normal life.
But
where I belong.
You want to be
dry
alone?
Las Vegas, dry forest.
Yeah, I've seen one vlog where you went with Vato, his name, and I'm like looking, he's filming, and you just went straight to the, like, through all like bushes and everything, and he's like even don't know how to get there.
Yeah, he made the circle to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't see nothing very important in this. People see us like big stars, and people see like we need to live like some special life. But for some people, special life is like to live in a big city, to have a big car, to have a big house. For me, I like also having a big house. I'm building a very big house, and I have a big car. But I prefer to live in mountains. I prefer to live in nature.
And why do you prefer it? Because of beauty of nature?
I don't like much people. It's not about I don't like people, but I see the difference. And we are sitting now in Georgia.
A lot of people.
I don't like what changes happen in Georgia. And I always say that I don't like what's happening. It's not our culture. And I have my vision. I'm not pushing nobody to live like I do, but I'm not giving nobody chance to push me to live like they want me to live. I have my head on my shoulder, and I'm making decisions by myself. And if someone don't agree with me, I don't care. And
like almost 1 year has passed since your last like Georgian period, and now you see still more and more differences.
We are in Tbilisi, you forget. I'm from smaller city, from Batumi. Also, what I don't like, and I bought the land outside of city, in mountains, and I will move there soon. And yes, this is changes. I understand that the world is changing, and we need to go ahead of modern society and stuff. But I think we can transform a little bit these changes and give it a little bit Georgian color, not taking like everybody what's don't depend to our culture. But still, like I said, I think too much time left. People changed, and everything what I'm saying, sometimes these people get it like wrong words and they go against me. Still, it doesn't bother me because that's their thoughts. But I don't agree with them, and I have my vision. And like they have they can say what they want and they can say what they think. Same for me. If it's freedom, it needs to be for everybody. My thoughts also mean something.
And you mentioned in our conversation before that you value and that person is a man. Like, can you define what it means to you to be a man? What man should do and shouldn't do?
I think every culture have different understanding of that word, because what's normal for me maybe will not be normal for some other people who was raised differently. That's why I will not try to explain, but I will say the simple things, what's more important, and everybody need to have like to be what does it mean to be a true man, and what bothers me a lot. I think for me, an easiest way to explain is to live the life like I want to live it. Like when you don't live it like for money, or when you don't live it, and when you don't work just to make that money and live your life. And I always was saying that fight is very important. Fight changed my life, but it's not all my life and never will be. And some things I'm doing in my life just to create the future when my kids will not need to do something what they don't like. They will just live their life like they think it's right to do. But if you look around, a lot of people live their life faking it, wearing the different masks every day, and that's a sad side of our society, because nobody's free. Fake freedom feeling, but nobody's free.
So, as I understand, it's like one of your main motivation to have this money, these resources, so your kids will have choice to do what they want to do. Like
I don't care about money. I care about money because money is an instrument for me, what I can use to create world around me, because it's not a world when you are just a strong man and you go beat somebody up, take his what belongs, and you can have it. It's different world, and I want my kids to be educated good. I want my kids to have not think about money, because when you think about money, you can't focus on other stuff, because it occupied your life. And yes, everything what I do in my life, I'm doing for my future, and my future is in my kids.
So you had last period, you had like one after another fight were dropped, and like what's your how do you react to such events? Because it's not a pleasure, and like I guess I never seen you swearing or anything like that, but like yes, so like how do you react? Is like
let's start from first part. First part about swearing. I always think that if somebody have a dirty mouth, he have even more dirty brain. That's why when people start swearing, I always, especially with women, if somebody starts swearing, I always tell them, listen, I respect you. I never swear in front of you. That's why please respect me and don't do this. Or respect more yourself, because in my eyes you are getting lower. That's why it's very important for me, very important part, because
Is that what your father told you,
no,
or
nobody,
it's your?
Nobody. Not I can say that my father told it. It would be good if I would say like that. Of course, they were always trying to teach me how to act and what to do and what is right and what's not. But things like that, I think it's very important, of course, to have a right role model. But most important is, and what I can say for sure, the books what I read, very harsh book, If you will read the Vajab Shavela, Georgian writer, Ilya Javjavadze, and what their poems, they are very cruel in some, if you will look at them and read them. And for modern people, it's like nonsense. But there are things what truly make the man how it need to be in Georgia, because exactly for the strict rules what you can read in this book, you will understand that everybody was very careful, first of all, with their words, with their actions, and I'm sure that things what's happening now would never happen, because he would have understanding that you will be punished for them. Today you can go to social media and swear people and you will get nothing, or some people just go and do this just to keep himself more better, because he put down somebody else and he feels better for it. And the world is getting crazy.
You know, for me, I'm Ukrainian, and for me, like, I grew up in Ukraine, and when I came to Georgia, what I hear a lot, dzma, brother, brother.
I don't like that word.
For me, it was initially something like, because like for me, brother is like, who's my brother? And so I was a bit like surprised that it is here like that.
I don't like that word. Everybody who knows me, they understand that I never use that word. Because I see people don't know each other. They call not only here, that's Caucasia style, Dagestan, Chechnya, and other guys around the Caucasus mountains. They all often use that word, and people who around them also, they copy it and use it, that word. And I see that is very meaningful word. Sometimes you don't know his name and you call him brother. And sometimes I have a lot of Muslim friends. I'm from Muslim village. I'm not Muslim, but I'm from the Muslim village, and I know this culture very well. And I also played soccer in Turkey for 3 years, and I have my different point of view on any religion, and I understand good about Muslim religion. And I think calling somebody brother is very too much big word, because you need to worth it. If you are saying somebody brother, you need to be ready to die for him, and to be ready to give him everything what you have. But you see this guy, call him brother somewhere outside, and after you never see him. I don't think it's right, because you neglect it. You don't give worth to these words. And
what about what friend?
Friend?
Is it, yes, is it similar?
Yes, you can also. It's not similar, but friend is maybe better because you are polite to somebody. But I also don't much use this.
And can you, like, do you have a lot of people who you consider a friend?
Not much.
Not much. And how usually happens so that person becomes your friend? What it's
It's very hard to be my friend, because I'm a hard person to myself. I have a high standards for myself. I always don't like things what I do in life, and will judge myself. Now imagine how much I would judge somebody who is close to me. That's why I don't have much friends, and always dealing my stuff by myself. Everything what's happening in my life, it's business, it's other things, I always handle with myself. And maximum I will involve my family members, that's all.
So I will return us to the how do you react to some like negative things, and like
I remember the question.
Yeah.
And the second thing,
Yes.
I remember a question about how it was for me when I won the fight against Vittori. I know that judges scored for him. I don't have nothing against my opponent. He did what he did. Judges scored differently. But this answer is very obvious. How it can change me? What fight is for me? That's a very bad that you ask him that question, because the question is right. Because every fighter, and I see a lot of fighters, they get more men when they are winning, and they are less men. They feel less men when they are losing. But for me, fighting is just not such a big part that can change thoughts about myself. Fights like
you think about as a craft.
No, fight is for me like my job.
Job.
Fight is for me, think what I'm doing today. 6 years ago, I was not fighting, I was grappling, wrestling. Like 10 years ago, I was playing soccer. Before soccer, I was playing tennis. And before fight was life, and after fight will be even more. How it can change me.
Why you usually choose sports like for what to do in life?
I didn't choose first sports. My parents chose it. But after, of course, grappling was my decision, and fighting also. Fighting probably chose me because I loved grappling and I didn't never thought that I will be fighting. But they offered me good contract, and like this, my journey in MMA started. But that definitely will not change my life and nothing, because fighting is important. Fighting is changing my life, but my life is not depend on fighting like this to change something in it. Lose or win, that not change me who I am.
But how do you react to wins or like when you lose?
You want honest answer. You want very honest answer.
Yeah. I'm
Just
curious.
when I'm winning, I get more money. When I'm losing, I get less money.
Do you celebrate or something like this?
What I celebrate? I'm just
when you win.
opening one more market if I'm winning. I'm buying car for my family members, or I'm doing other my projects. That's always changing. If I'm a bit horrified when they didn't give me win, okay, I a little bit stopped what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
That's all. But thanks UFC that I have good contract. Now they change, renew it, and it's still enough. Of course, there is no limits. You can do more and more. Sometimes I think that I'm looking at guys and they are making different money, even more than the UFC champions. But today I'm here. Today I need to do this, and I don't know what will be tomorrow. But anyway, I will try to do my best in anything what I will do in my life.
Why it is important to do the best version of what you do?
Okay, what's the meaning of life if you don't try to do best, in what you are doing? If you are trying to be like a regular person, I don't see the meaning of life.
You mean you see you may like try to be better than other person?
I don't care other person. I care myself.
So it's for you more important to do like what you know to do and what is your definition of best inside of you. So you do like this.
First of all, I'm responsible for my family. That's main thing what pushes me to do what I'm doing. Other things doesn't bother me. I'm saying family, but of course main thing is my kids. These guys are who they stay after me. I'm trying to find the right words in English, how to explain this. They will be my future. My life doesn't mean nothing for me, and I hope their life will not mean nothing for them, because their life will be for their kids. If I will raise them right, I hope it will be like that. Because for me, what's my life? I'm living, if you will ask what's your life, after 100 years, Gymnasia, what will be with Gymnasia, you don't know, because you will not be in this world probably, and somebody else left. But if I'm doing something, I'm just doing for them and for their future, and I hope I will raise them to think the same for their kids.
Okay, returning to your career. So, as I know, you are head coach for yourself. What do you think? Like, what's the right approach for fighters? Like, is it good to have somebody who can be like head coach, who can help you with your career, with your development?
There is no one way of how to be a fighter, how to become a fighter, or that's always different way. Somebody good with the coaches, somebody need mental health, somebody need mental help, somebody need like other things, somebody need family. I just need to be who I am, and all my life I'm like that. Look, I start grappling 22, 24 I already was a Europe champion, 25 I was world champion. Before I won everything in Ukraine in 3 years. 28 I started MMA. 30 I was a world champion in that organization where I started after 5 fights. 6th fight I won, defend my belt. 30, I signed contract after 2 years of MMA with the UFC. I'm 35 years old. I'm number 7 in the world. And I always had the problems around me because of my thoughts, what I'm explaining you now. Everybody who hears me now from America, I always had the problems. Because people have different point of view on life, and they want to push us to be like them. Everybody screams that it's freedom, but they push you to be like them. And I always had a problem because of that, because I had my own way, and I said, listen, I don't care, I care how I think, and I will do how I think. Even if you will make problems for me because you have power over me in this. But I was still going, and that year was my worst year with team, if we will say 2022. And it was my best year in career. 3 straight wins, 3 bonuses, and number 8 in the world. That's why there is no one way. Somebody doing good with coach, somebody doing good with like me, somebody trains, somebody don't train at all, and still winning.
If somebody from your friends or colleagues will ask later in life, Roman, can you be my coach? Can you corner me or something like this?
I don't like sport so much to be so long in sport. Sport, I'm telling you, UFC changed my life. Life in America changed my life, but I'm living in Georgia. Always when I'm having time, I'm coming back. Everybody running from here, everybody asking me why you're coming back, but I can't see my life outside of Georgia. You can be Georgian in America. They can say whatever they want. They can like start talking about making money, coming back here. But I not much see people who make money here, there, and coming back here. They have families there. They try to take their families there. But not only money in America is important for me. Lifestyle. What I can't live there. The same. Live sport is good, but it's not everything for me. I will not train nobody.
But you spent like whole your life in sport, and now you think, okay, I'll just leave it and.
No, it's not. It's the stairs. Mm-hmm. You go step up. You did something. I try to step maximum in my sport, and I have a lot of stuff to do still, mm-hmm. and I will do a lot of things. But that doesn't mean that you will be 40 years old. You will not be same like you was in 35 or 30 years old, and your body will push you to change something. And like my mother said, I hope my son will start earning his money, not only using his muscles, he will start using his brains. And I think there will be time when I will just change directions, and that's all. That will not change nothing in me, because I will be still the same person. Maybe people will start seeing me different because they like when I'm beating people and knocking them out. But for me, it will not change nothing.
And when you get those results, it's obviously important for you because you get financial reward. But in process, do you enjoy this process? Do you enjoy like how
beating
you grow?
People?
No, not just beating people, but you advance your craft, you improve your weapons, you become better in all areas.
Like I told you, specific UFC, and I'm improving myself because I want to be best in anything what I'm doing. If I would be not in UFC and I would doing shoes, I will end probably like shoe factory. I will start from making shoes with my hand, I will end with factory. No matter what I will do, I will try to be best in anything what I do. Now I'm building the house.
You want
like
to be
explanation,
best in,
explanation. I want to know everything. How they are doing, what concrete they are putting, everything what are doing, I try to know it, and I try not control it, but at least I try to have best version of anything what they are doing there. That's why it's taking longer time, because everything required time, everything required financial support. But
are those guys who build reliable? Do they respect timeline?
You are saying about Georgia problems, yeah?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or you are talking about me.
You know.
Because I was late today.
And you're also Georgian.
Yeah, I'm Georgian, but I apologize because I don't think I don't think being late is good. I definitely don't think. And of course, sometimes some things happen, but I don't think it's being late. It's disrespectful. Yes, and I don't like. I have a lot of employees who work with me, and they have very bad understanding what is good or right, and I'm trying to work with that because I want to change this also, Georgia. I'm coming back in Georgia not because I want to be like in Georgia. I want to change some things. I want to change society understanding of things, what's happening here. Things are bad here, a lot of bad things, but I'm not giving up. I'm not saying, oh, I will change country to live better. No, I'm coming back here to make these people also understand what is right and what is wrong, because it's good that a lot of people watch me. My social pages are very active and people are also very active there, and I'm always trying to explain my point of vision. And I know today a lot of things what I say, especially about modern things, people don't like it, but I think I'm putting the seeds in their heads, and these seeds will grow up when time will come. But
And
if nobody will put these seeds, their brain will be filled with other things. That's why I'm trying to do my job.
And you do a lot of social media right now. You grow your YouTube, do consistency. I like
YouTube
that,
is boring.
I like that your YouTube has still this like Odessa, Ulica
Yes,
Primorska,
Yeah,
old cover.
yeah. Ukraine has also played a very big role. Like I always saying that UFC, America played big role in my life. No matter what I like or don't like, I need to be honest. I'm saying that it's changed my life. It's life changing for me. And same Ukraine. Ukraine changed all my life. I was educated in Ukraine. I started
You
fighting in
speak
Ukraine.
Ukrainian as
I
well.
speak Ukrainian. Будемо розмовляти українською мовою.
Можемо поговорити українською
Як ж.
трішечки.
Зробимо.
Да. Тобто Україна це дуже особливе місце. для
Як же?
тебе.
Моя друга батьківщина Україна. Завжди була.
І, мабуть, те життя, яке було в Україні, воно зараз щось таке дуже далеке, що було дуже давно.
Недалеко.
Недав-
I always try to go back to Ukraine, and no matter what's happening, even during war, there is no flights, and I always go from Moldova, and minimum one time in 6 months, 5 months, I'm there.
Do you still have same gym that you started there?
No, I don't have gym, but I have a lot of friends, and I always go there.
And why, like, so you had this gym. What was the idea behind starting the gym? there?
That's also good. I have my when I start training grappling, it was sambo, and I didn't like some things in how it was happening. And I said I have my own vision how it need to be, and I will start my gym. Of course, I had problems in beginning. Nobody probably trusted me, but I trust myself. And my gym, the last 2 years, we was best gym in Ukraine in ADCC grappling. Last 2 years.
Yeah, you know, I talked to president of Ukrainian Jiu-Jitsu Federation.
Zelensky.
Yes, he said that right now almost every weekend they have BJJ competitions among kids.
Yes, Ukraine always was a lot of competition, and I was always competing. I remember I was world champion, Europe champion, and I was still competing on Ukrainian championship, and I was still competing on small town championship because I was taking my students there, and I feel bored. You know, I wanted to do something. I can't just go somewhere not to do nothing, and I was competing.
How to build this in Georgia? Is it possible to make such big scale competitions here?
I think there is a culture differences. Not culture like tradition wise. I think culture of sport. In Georgia, judo is big, wrestling is big, Greco-Roman is big, sambo also, and but they have occupied a lot of places, and it's hard. But of course, everything in Ukraine was same. Jiu-jitsu was not so popular, but people loved it and they changed it. But you will not have my help.
Thank you. So we have not much time left. I just want to ask a couple of last questions. Maybe a few words about your current plans. How do you want to prepare for your future, like next opponent, and what's your routine right now?
Nothing special. I'm same training everywhere where I can. It's last times I just don't have enough time for training. because I'm doing too much, and I'm saying no, today is too much, you need to do less, and that's why I'm trying to move something what I need less, because I need wrestling for this fight. I'm wrestling a lot, and I'm doing a lot of things, but
And
it's still
wrestling because this guy has some wrestling background? Or?
no, he's a kickboxer. It's not about him,
Not
I will
about-
say. It's not. It's mostly what I want to change in my whole career, because I want to take people down and submit them there,
Mhm.
because I need to use it. It's like my joker. It's like my main
Yes,
card what I can
yes.
use.
Or at
And-
least they should take you down and
no
you
problem.
submit them.
They will, yes, it's also another way to do it.
So you shouldn't learn takedown defense maybe.
Yeah. If you look my fights, you can see that I'm
Like-
just okay. No problem.
Please.
Yeah. They take down me very easy. I feel very happy till I submit them or do something crazy.
And this part, like, because last time when you came here, you trained a lot of grappling, you came to open mats,
Yeah.
and now
You don't see me anymore.
I don't see you anymore.
Fir-
I'm a bit sad because of
Yeah.
that, but I'm happy that you found something new for you.
First thing and main thing is time. It was too late. It's too late for me to train at 8 because I'm meeting at 8 last time, and it's important to go bed at right time and wake up in the morning. That's why I can't train so late. And also the other trainings, what I value more for this time, when I don't have more time for it. But can you imagine? I didn't grapple even when I came back to Tbilisi.
Never.
No one,
not
no other
one
place.
time. And you think like does this skill for you like fade away, or it just like will be always same, like at least when you're in shape, so you don't need to make it sharp, like
Grappling?
yeah,
No,
grappling.
of course, everything needs to be sharp. Even sharp knife is going bad if you don't
Don't use
sharpen
it.
it.
Uh-huh.
That's why I just think that for this time I need to improve something, and I can do everything together. I just need to
Just
deal
to
with
choose
it.
because
Yeah.
of time.
Because not only because of time, also my body can train all day, non-stop. People think that if they will train a lot, they will reach higher levels. No, if you train good, you need to recover good. If you don't recover, you're just adding more
More injuries.
More injuries.
Yeah.
Your body getting tired. That's why I just recover.
And in US, when you trained and grappled with some guys, did you feel some challenge for you, or it is always like you get their leg, for example, and that's over?
If we are talking about MMA team where I'm
MMA.
training, no. Of course, my level of grappling is high.
And did you get some challenges, maybe some like
There are
ADCC
some
guys?
yes, there are some grapplers with whom I get challenge, but not with MMA guys.
Hmm. It's nice to have this weapon.
Yeah, it's like extra
Yeah.
secret weapon.
Okay, so yeah, we're probably finished now. I'm grateful for you to come to overcome all those like challenges that you had on your way here. And we whole Gymnasia team, we always try to watch together your fights, and we root for you.
Thank you.
We were very sad when you lost to Vittoria. We thought you might be win there.
I thought too.
Yeah, so we will. I hope you will get victory and another jump in your career.
Time will show everything, and may destiny happen. I always say. What's mine will be mine. What's don't depend will be how it is. Thank you, Gymnasia. Thank you, and I always come back to you guys. And I'm here. I'm not leaving still till Tbilisi, and I think I will see you next week. I will come for maybe open mat or something.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Дуже дякую. Побачимось.
Дякую. Дякую.